It's a pleasure to have you guys here today. You're welcome to training on CCTV. Just going to be asking you some questions today. The past few days, you have gone through different training programs, so I know you're well equipped to answer some of the questions I'll be asking today. So I want to thank you for this opportunity. This is important. I'd like you guys to introduce yourself once again. It would be nice to know. Let's get to know one another once more. Okay.
So I'm Simon.
Simon's nice having you here. Okay.
Hello, Boniface, I'm Stephen.
Oh, that's nice having you, Stephen.
I'm Jonathan.
Jonathan, same here.
And I'm Lawrence.
Lawrence, it's nice having you guys. The CCTV training is very important because you know what is going on in the world today. We are living in this surveillance system world, and the risks of life to life of property is real. And so what you are learning today is not just for earning incomes, for life in itself. You become very conscious. And CCTV is one integral part of security. Because we talk about surveillance, which is key, the vital part of security management, and then having the ability to gather evidence. Most cases today have been secured, we go through court process. Evidence that have been received that have been presented in court proceedings are called from CCTV. So it's extremely important. We know the definition of what CCTV is. I don't know if I can ask Jonathan, you know what CCTV is, the acronym CCTV itself?
Yes, it starts with the camera monitoring,
Advice.
Gathering data.
Okay. I like that. And Jonathan, you're very analytical, which is good. You make a good security analyst. But I want you to say, what the CCTV is?
So it stands for closed circuit television.
That's beautiful. And so what's the main function? You want to
So the main function is primarily to detect and also deter crime from occurring. It's also to monitor situations which might be occurring from traffic incidents through to crowd management. And to gather evidence.
That's lovely. And I want to ask, can you talk to us? There are certain things you don't do as a CCTV operator. Can you share with us one you think you should avoid as a CCTV operator? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't use it for voyeurism, for instance.
Okay, that's lovely. So you don't just go peep into somebody's privacy with that. Okay, that's good. You have something to add to that?
Yeah, I think private matters, and you don't intrude. Intrude. What do they call it? Intruding people's affairs or something.
Okay.
Without.
Yeah, you have to justify your
Right,
use
yeah.
and monitoring of things. You have to be able to justify it.
Right.
So that's why we have to log and record things, in detail as to what we've done and why.
There should be a reason for it.
There should be a reason.
And my friends.
Okay, that's
leads to
persecution. So you don't have to.
You
Don't have to do that. So that is important. So we'll be going straight to some questions to just test if we have learned during this period. Soon you'll be out there as certified CCTV operator. That's a lovely place to be. You're going to love it because you're going to be part of the security infrastructure of the United Kingdom, and that you shouldn't take lightly. The license enables you to do that. You now understand when you go to a place, you are conscious of that environment, and what you do matter to the total security infrastructure of the United Kingdom. And then you talk about even the data, the whole concept of data science, keeping data secure. And that is part of what you have learned in the last few days. So let's look at some questions that are very important, and I believe we're all ready to answer this. I look forward to you guys doing great things today. So the first thing I want to look at, you looked at the board, is which type of information does the Freedom of Information Act provide access to? I want to start with Simon Sadike.
That gives detailed information about the public, specifically Freedom of information means that people who have had information collected about them from public offices can pay a fee of £10 and request that information, although sometimes that information can be denied for certain reasons.
Okay, that's good. So not everyone can just access information.
No, I mean it's obviously it needs to be information pertaining to something that relates to the person who's putting in the request.
That's lovely. Thanks for that. You are ready to be. I wish I could just hand over your license to you right away, but you've got to go through the process and get that from the SIA. So we're going to look at other question I want to find out. Let me ask. Can you talk to me the best way to manage the effects of stress?
Yeah, you take part in regular exercise, you know, you take a breather away from what you're doing and in order to refocus yourself.
Yeah, because the tendency to sleep off while walking can, as most times you're likely going to be alone in that situation room, and so you want to be fit, and so you've got to be alert. And also you've got to avoid taking alcohol before time. You've got to stay healthy. These are important for you.
Yeah, you eat well, and you make sure you don't drink alcohol.
Yeah, that's key. That's key. The number of hours you must avoid alcohol before coming. Like that.
I would say at least 4, 5 hours.
That's beautiful. It's actually, you're right. So let's look at these other questions which I think we would like to find out from you. And you say, okay, let's look at that. Which of the following would be considered a non-crime event that dealt with in school time? Can you look at the various we have a bus water pipe flooding in a number of local shops, a collapsed manhole covering the carriageway, and over-ended the train blocking a footpath?
Yeah, I think the right answer is D. The farmer's market setting up on the high street.
Why do you think so?
Because the farmer is just there to sell his farm products. Doesn't mean any harm, and it's not causing any. It's not a crime for him, for the farmer to sell on the high street.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That was smart one. That was a smart choice. Because you need to know the difference between civil issues and criminal issues. It's important for you as you build your career as a CCTV operator. These are all part, because always remember the CCTV operator is a very integral part of the security infrastructure. Some of you will grow up to become security managers, and all these are key. You're building from the beginning. There's so much room when it comes to surveillance. This is the art. CCTV is the bedrock of surveillance.
Yeah.
We can't talk about surveillance expert, and we can't talk about that without CCTV.
Yeah.
And today is getting more exciting, and I believe you guys are excited to be in that world.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
It's a growth industry, you know that.
It is. Yeah, can I just add to that, because with the examples that you've got there, farmers market setting up stalls is the only one. It's not going to be it's not any sort of danger to life. It's not going to potentially cause any injuries. It's not going to damage any infrastructure. It's not an emergency because it's not going to destroy any evidence. So the others would take precedence.
That is a good analysis. That is a good analysis, actually. Being able to analyze the situation and report appropriately. So these are fundamental skills that you guys seem to have, and that is a strong advantage here. So let's look at the police. I want someone to verify, maybe Larry can help us before. The person with overall legal responsibility for correctly managing recorded images is what? Is it the managing director, the chief executive, or the data controller?
I go for the data controller.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Because the managing director is not in the CCTV room. When he's not normally there, normally is the security and maybe the team leader.
Okay.
And chief executive is not there. Data controller is the one who sees day in, day out what.
That's lovely, because you've got to understand the chain of command. the managing director makes information based on data received. So it goes through the supervisor, you get the point, the data controller, and
Yeah.
then you talk about the manager director, the chief executive officer. So as a CCTV, you must be careful how you process information. And
Yeah.
so it is key that information management is centered to CCTV operation. And you can't take information from the room and take it home. So you can, that itself can lead to prosecution, you can be prosecuted for that. It's not your personal, the data you receive from your activity as a CCTV operator is not for personal consumption. And so you give to the person that is responsible for that. And so that's the right choice to make. And so we look at this because it's important we know why we do these things and not just to get a license.
Yeah.
Because what will determine your advancement in this field is the understanding and why you do some of the things, the actions you're going to be taking. Again, it's extremely important. Now we look at, and I want to ask this question, the police are most likely to ask a CCTV operator monitor which of the following: a quiet residential area, a protest in the town center, children playing in the park, and a person walking the dog. I want you to pick the answer and then explain why the others are not the right answer. So I'm going to do that.
Yeah, so the correct answer would be the protest in the town centre.
Okay.
The reason for the others, quiet residential area, unless they're expecting a particular crime to be occurring there, they've received intelligence. There's no reason to be watching a quiet residential area. There's no purpose to it. It doesn't have a set goal as such. So the children playing in a park, well, that would potentially be invading upon their privacy. Again, there wouldn't be a reason for watching them unless the police had received information that there was potential threat to the children. And likely the person walking their dog, again, that's an invasion of privacy. There's no reason for doing it. It doesn't really match the purposes unless they have specific intelligence about that person or the person is in an area where they shouldn't be. So it's unlikely that they would ask for those, whereas with a protest in the town centre, it's important that the police have up-to-date information, that they know what's happening in real time, that they can identify potential problems that are developing before they develop to a point where they're difficult to manage.
Yeah, lovely. I'm impressed with the evaluation and the analysis. This is good. Okay, so you're ready. I believe you are. You're ready for that. So let's look at, okay, how might the local authority be involved in the operation of public space surveillance? I know you love the name surveillance. You want to be a surveillance. Okay, can you look at the options available by specifying what incidents can be passed to police, by training local police community officers, by allowing the media to have access to CCTV image, or by providing CCTV equipment for control room? Now, can you pick one and tell us the reason why you picked it?
Yeah, I mean, the one I picked would be D, by providing CCTV equipment for control. It's in their interest to work as a partner to create the safe environment that they want.
Well, thank you. Like, straight to the point. That's good. Thanks for that. Okay, and it's important we know this. I keep emphasizing on that. You get people that just get the, and they just go straight, they are feast, but they can't really apply the knowledge. For me, I'm looking at the application of knowledge, that you really know why it is this. That will take you further in your career. Getting the right understanding of some of the technology that deals with CCTV operation. Now, let's talk about what side of CCTV system does the data protection apply to. First, is it any number of cameras recorded and monitored? Fewer than 5 cameras recorded and monitors, between 5 and 49 cameras recorded and monitors, and then recorders and monitors, or more than 50 cameras recorded and monitors. What do you think?
Yeah, so if you've got 1,000 camera, 2,000 camera, there's still a limit. So we're talking about data protection applied to, so it means It involves all the cameras, whatever that is being recorded and monitored. So,
Yeah, I like your answer. I want to emphasize something. As long as you have a camera and it's recording at the speed,
yeah.
it must go through a log. Are you getting it? You can't. Every information matters. If you have 4 cameras, just like you put just left an experiment before we came here. Every record, even when it's not recording, functioning, you've got to record that. And because if probably an incident happened in that dark space, so that you can be protected by law, that it wasn't your fault, it was the reason, it was the act of camera, they're not functioning. If you don't record that, and that was the dark area that the incident occurred, you can be seen as an accomplice that decided not to record that because you had a prior notice that that will happen and you choose to blind that spot. So these are some of the reasons you record these things. When the camera is not functioning, you don't say, oh no, it's not functioning. You understand that every evidence that comes from the CCTV, the end game is to be every data is an evidence, whether positive or negative, is an evidence, and you need to get this right. I think you guys are ready to get your license. It's just that you're going to sit for yourself, and I truly wish every single one of you a successful outcome in a few hours from now. And hopefully in the next few days, you guys can be licensed CCTV operator. By the time SI sees it, they're excited about it. They're looking. So, is anyone you want to share
I
your
want to go
experience?
hand in hand with my door supervisor course because I think it's a really good avenue to go into.
That's good. That's
It's
good.
going to be the complete picture.
That's a good one. You also did the door supervisor course.
I'm doing that next week.
Okay, that'll be good. And you?
Yes, I've done door supervisor a couple of months ago.
That's a lovely one.
I've done that too. I think I passed and I have to apply for, and I'm doing
For both
the
license.
CCTV.
And it helps because you get 50% discount if you have both this when you're applying for your license
Yeah.
with SIA.
Or on the
When you're doing application, you 50% for one of them, not for all. So it helps you
okay.
reduce the cost.
So
So that is a good one.
one is 200 then. Let's say 400 then 50% of.
Yeah. It creates great possibilities for you, and it shows that the security world is a beautiful world, and it's a fraternity of friends. You get to, we're families now, you get to enjoy. And know this, it's something you should take pride in, that you are part of the security infrastructure of the United Kingdom. And the SIA don't take it lightly. That is why they're involved in all the process, because every one of you can be called upon. You've just started the process, and if you develop yourself, you go for more courses. You can never tell the limit, so you can get to this. This is just an open door. For those of you that have done the door supervisor, I want to say congratulations. And I want to thank you for participating, and I'm grateful. My name is
I was
Boniface.
going to ask you one question
Okay.
before you run off.
Yeah.
You know, in the last question
Yeah.
there, the Protection of Freedom Act created the role of what is that role as civilians camera commissioner? You know, what their code applied to CCTV system.
It said the protection of freedom
Freedom.
created the
Yes.
role of the surveillance camera commissioner. The code applied to CCTV system only in public places, that is the role, operated by the relevant authorities.
Also, it should be operated by
The relevant
relevant
authorities.
somebody who is being taught
Yeah,
how to,
that's part of
like, I've been taught how to use
Yeah, you go in even there, some of you, I was almost suggesting it for those of you that are interested, personal body protection. And you can, it's money there, there's so money, there's,
what do they do?
and you can become the bodyguard for the future king. Personal bodyguard for the future king. And you get a lot of money, and but it's something you love, so you can, it's a course you can go for, at the moment, if you do that in the United Kingdom, you might not be trained in the art of using gun. And what you can, if you do that in Spain,
I
and other
started
countries,
it in Spain.
yeah, you can, in Spain you can be trained, you can learn how to use the gun, and so these are important. So there are so many training you can get to, but and you know there are also the front licenses and the back licenses. So which some of the back ones are for management and all those things. You when you're filling your SIA documentation, you do the front, you don't fill the back because you are the people involved in the action. So your license is the front license is there. That is important. But there's so many opportunities out there in the security world. And security is for life. Even when you're at your 90, you can be called, you can provide experience, you can provide consulting. So you're in a business you can do for life. And it's something.
Yeah, I don't intend to retire.
Yeah, that's it. You don't retire in the security world. It's for life. And
So
so,
the main reason not doing this.
so I want to say thank you once again. I wish we could just continue discussing. But we're going to stop now, but we can continue discussing. And officially, my name is Boniface Omosuabo.
Thanks very much. I hope you do well.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. How was my interaction with you? How was it?
Yeah, no, it was really good.
Okay. And you?
Brilliant. Yeah,
And you?
very good.
Okay, and you? Thanks, I really appreciate this opportunity. I look forward to having you in the community.
So you're a good communicator.
Okay.
You're going to do well as an instructor.
Thanks, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate it. So once again, thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you
Okay,
very much.
okay.